The sky above Washington, D.C., turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. It was a Wednesday evening, the sun just beginning to set. A CRJ-700 regional jet, American Airlines Flight 5342, was on its final approach to Reagan National Airport. Suddenly, a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter collided with the jet. The impact was catastrophic. Debris rained down on the Potomac River below. The serene waters reflecting the twilight sky were instantly marred by the wreckage. 67 souls aboard both aircraft perished in an instant. The nation watched in disbelief as news of the tragedy unfolded. This was the deadliest air disaster on U.S. soil since the horrific events of September 11th. The collision occurred just 3 miles south of the White House. It shook the nation's capital to its core. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, their hearts heavy with the knowledge of the impossible task before them. Hopes of finding survivors dwindled with each passing moment. The wreckage, scattered across the river, painted a grim picture of the devastation. This wasn't just an aviation accident. It was a human tragedy of immense proportions. Families were torn apart, their futures shattered in a split second. Friends and communities grappled with the sudden loss of loved ones. The nation mourned as one. On that fateful flight were 60 passengers and 4 crew members. Each one, a life full of promise, cut tragically short. Among them were a group of young figure skaters, their coaches, and their parents. They were returning from the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in Wichita, Kansas. Their dreams of Olympic glory were extinguished in an instant, their talent and potential lost forever. 4 union steamfitters from the D.C. area were also on board. They were returning home from a job, looking forward to reuniting with their families. Their hard work and dedication to their craft, a testament to the dignity of labor, were silenced too soon. Their families left to pick up the pieces. The Black Hawk helicopter carried 3 soldiers. These brave individuals dedicated their lives to serving their country. They were on a routine training mission, unaware that their final flight awaited them. Their sacrifice, a stark reminder of the risks faced by those who protect our nation. Each victim had a story to tell, a life filled with hopes, dreams, and loved ones. The impact of their loss rippled through their communities and beyond. Their absence left a void that could never be filled. As the sun rose on a nation in mourning, the search for answers began. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, launched a full-scale investigation. Divers worked tirelessly to recover the wreckage from the Potomac. The cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder were retrieved, their contents crucial to understanding the events leading up to the collision. Investigators focused on several potential factors: the actions of the military pilot, the altitude of the helicopter, and air traffic control procedures all came under scrutiny. One controller was handling both helicopter traffic and arriving and departing planes. This unusual workload, while within staffing levels, raised questions about potential human error. Less than 30 seconds before the crash, the air traffic controller asked the helicopter pilot if they had the plane in sight. The crew confirmed visual contact and requested visual separation. This critical exchange, captured on the voice recorder, became a focal point of the investigation. The investigation was complex and multifaceted. It demanded meticulous attention to detail and a commitment to uncovering the truth. The families of the victims deserved answers. The nation needed to know what went wrong to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. The Midair collision over the Potomac was a stark reminder of the fragility of life. It forced us to confront our own mortality and to cherish the moments we have with loved ones. The nation paused to reflect on the preciousness of life and the profound impact of loss. Public figures offered condolences and called for unity in the face of tragedy. The aviation industry grappled with the implications of the accident, vowing to learn from the mistakes that led to the loss of so many lives. This accident, etched in the annals of U.S. aviation history, served as a solemn reminder of the importance of safety, vigilance, and the constant pursuit of improvement in the skies. The investigation, though lengthy and complex, aimed to prevent future tragedies and to honor the memory of those lost. This tragedy compels us to reflect on our own lives. Take a moment today to appreciate the loved ones around you. Share a kind word with a stranger. Live each day to the fullest, for tomorrow is never guaranteed. Let us remember the victims and honor their memories by striving to make the world a safer and more compassionate place. Please share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below.